We are live in the Circle Leadership Headquarters studios. Again, it's been a couple of weeks for Whiteboard Wednesdays with Dave. A couple of times due to actual technical difficulties. We think we have those ironed out. But first, we need coffee. All right, so today we're back in the studio. Whiteboard Wednesdays with Dave. What we want to look at today is how to build the flywheel effect for your business for 2024. Having a flywheel, I think Jim Collins talked a lot about having a flywheel for your business, I think in Good to Great, and what those organizations had. So we're going to share with you for as small business owners and that how to create a flywheel effect in your business and what those cycles are and what the focus is on each of those cycles that will help to build this flywheel for your organization that many of our clients have had the privilege of building in their organizations, knowingly or unknowingly, and why they continue to have their best year ever, year after year. So without further ado, I've even made some additions to the whiteboard. We've got a bigger whiteboard on the screen. So hopefully now we can actually go through this here without any technical, we'll do a little prayer to the technical gods. And we're going to get into here in terms of how to build the flywheel effect in your business. So if you look at 2024 for your organization, we want to start what we call the first quarter is the people quarter. So the first quarter here, it's all about the people. So it's really important in your organization in that first quarter that you build a tremendous sense of clarity and alignment. I'm going to try to be clever and write sideways here. So everybody is clear. So we want clarity and everything aligned. And when we talk about clarity and alignment, we're talking about clarity of purpose, values, vision, alignment to the mission of the organization. So you've built a culture and strategy alignment. So that's what the first quarter is. When you get there, if you imagine just the calendar year 2024 from January to March, get a really intense focus on your people, making sure there's a tremendous sense of clarity and alignment, that everyone is aligned to the purpose. Everyone has a personal connection to that public sense of purpose, that the culture and strategy are aligned. Everybody knows why we're here, how we think about things, and the world that we're building together, and the business we're building in order to do so. Then once you've got that, you'll be able to move into what we call the productivity quarter. So once we've got our people right, we then move into the productivity quarter. And in this productivity quarter, what we're focusing on here is exactly that, is direction and focus. So everybody knows what direction we're heading and the focus of what we're working on in terms of the goals and objectives of the organization. So we go from people, we get our people right, and then we help our people become even more productive than they have been in the past. So we start to eliminate all the busy work. We get everyone with an innate sense of focus on what matters most. We help them understand what's going to give us traction, and everything else is a distraction. So we want to get that productivity quarter set up really clear. So this makes sure everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. So we start to learn how to delegate outcomes to people, not tasks to people. How do we get people involved in the work, involved in decisions about the work? So we're helping our team to become far more productive than they've ever been before. And that takes direction and focus. And when I talk about direction, it's not the leader giving direction. It's about allowing people to see the direction that the organization's heading, to actually be involved in that direction, to see themselves having a future in this organization so they can see the future of the organization and then see themselves having the future in the organization. So I know where we're going. I know why my role matters. I know why it matters to me. I know what we're focusing on this quarter. I know quarter by quarter now, everything that we're focused on. And then I'm involved in the work. I'm getting delegated outcomes, not tasks. I get to work out how to do my job at the highest level. And this is how we start helping our teams become more productive, by really defining their roles and responsibilities rather than their job descriptions. Then once you got your productivity right in your organization, you move into what we call the performance quarter. And if you, in many sports, using some simple sports analogies, the third quarter in any game is usually the premiership quarter or the championship quarter. In a 4-day golf tournament, once you've made the cut Thursday, Friday, you make the cut, you play Saturday. The third day is called moving day, because you want to move yourself up the ladder as far as you can, so you're in a great position for Sunday, the last quarter or the last day of the tournament. So this is the performance quarter, where we should see higher levels of performance happening in our organization. And this is where it's all about accountability, and execution. Because now we got our team obviously more productive. We can get them to perform at a higher level. We can get people executing at a far greater rate than they ever have before. So we've gone from our people quarter, from our alignment, clarity and alignment, to the productivity quarter, to creating a direction and focus, to moving into the performance quarter where we have accountability and execution. And if you look at this here, this is pretty much, let me pull up another color here. This is the culture quarter. This is the strategy quarter. And this is where your leadership starts to shine. And then you're into the leadership quarter. Now, everyone, I know you're all sitting there going, well, what's the last quarter? What's the last quarter? Well, this is the other one that's really important in business too. This is the profitability quarter. This is when you should see that increase in profitability happening now. We've got our people right. We've then got them more productive. And then we've got them performing at a higher level. That, therefore, should drive profitability. Profitability is a simple formula, is people being more productive, performing at a higher level, increases your profitability. So if you want a more profitable business, this is the flywheel effect to get it. Now, why is it a flywheel effect? Here's the kicker. Because what you should do as a leader then is you take that profitability and you reinvest it in your people. One of our great clients, long-term clients, they're paying their people slightly above award wages, or above market rates, because they have amazing people. They've spent all this time and money investing in developing these human beings that they care deeply about. And what they do is every year they keep investing more in them. And they're actually now probably achieving, with the team that they used to have 14, they're now with a team of 16, achieving almost double what they were with a team of 14. Not working people longer and harder, but helping people become the best version of themselves to do their life's best work while in their care and beyond, and help them steadily and progressively increase their capabilities and their capacity for greatness, and continually investing in them and rewarding them for that as well. It's not so that the old adage, hey, look at my brand new Ferrari here, and if you work really hard and long hours and things like that, I'll be able to afford another one. We're not talking about profitability in terms of you as a leader or business owner being able to ride off the back of human beings. It's rewarding those human beings, those people who have their own goals, dreams, hopes, and aspirations, that you care deeply about them and want them to reap in the rewards of this organization too, rather than just saying that, we're having a great place to work. So we take that profitability and we reinvest part of it back into our people. And then guess what? When you do that, you can then take that and then you can, where it gets really exciting here in the next years, you can scale productivity. And then once you scale that productivity, guess what? You'll have one of those, what we call about those high performance teams. You have high performance organization. And then with that higher performance that you've had, then guess what? It increases your profitability. Then what do? You take that profitability and you put it back into your team. And thus the flywheel effect of your business takes off. So if you want to have your best year ever, year after year after year, starts with getting your people right. Get the culture and alignment in your organization clearly defined. So everybody knows why they come to work. Everybody knows how we make decisions around here. We know what the future is that we're building, and I can see myself having a future in that. And that it's aligned, there's an alignment between the culture and strategy. Everyone knows the business that we're building. We get our people right. That's our culture. Then with that link from culture to strategy, we can increase productivity. We can help people understand, here's the direction we're heading, and here's the innate focus on what matters most every quarter by quarter. So everybody knows here's the things that we should be focusing on. And we have decision-making filters that allow us now to say no to certain things because we know what's going to give us traction and everything else becomes a distraction. And then we can really start to go through that strategy and people understand the strategy and how their role fits into that strategy. Then from that's where you start to see that increase in performance. When everyone gets a laser-like focus on what matters most in our organization, well, then guess what? We can execute at a far greater rate than we ever have before. We can bust the myth that execution is hard. We can actually have this accountability and execution through leadership and performance leadership, not performance management, where we're coaching and not bossing. We're looking at that individual and how we can help them perform at the highest level. We're looking at how we gel as a team and how we can work even more in terms of from a performing as a group, as a collective, collaboratively. And then through that is what will drive the profitability in the last quarter. And then reinvest and so on. So there's your flywheel effect for your business. If you'd like to learn more about evolving the world of work in your organization and how to build a flywheel for your business and have your best year ever, you can just put hashtag BYE by best year ever in the comments, and I'll get you a copy of this. We have a nice little template for this. Or if you'd like to book a appointment to talk about a free, no obligation online whiteboard session for your organization, for your business, and see what this flywheel effect might look like in your organization, please do so, hashtag BYE, and we'll send you the link for a calendar to have a free whiteboard session with myself to look at your best year ever. So hopefully that's been of value to you guys. Look forward to seeing you again next week. We had no technical problems. I'm getting out of here before that changes. Really appreciate your time and attention. And hopefully this has really opened your mind to what 2024 can look like for your organization.